Hey, what's going on, guys? Figured I'd give you an update on our rally sprint last weekend. I'm sure some of you know we had a little bit of an eventful test session. We went into that trying to take it nice and easy.
All right, Happy. Nice and easy. Wow! That was not nice and easy.
Which we did at the beginning. Then we kind of got a little bit more comfortable with the car. We wanted to kind of start shaking it down a little bit more, test our limits a little bit, so we can get a feel for that when we go into the events at New York Forest Rally and Team O'Neill. So yeah, unfortunately, we had a little bit of an incident there. Fortunately, we still have some of our wing, so that'll be a little bit less for me to reprint. And yeah, we did a little bit of work to the car up there. So we'll be pretty busy for the next few weeks, probably to the month, to get ourselves back on track. We still fully intend on doing the events we wanted to do, so doing a forest rally and climb to the clouds for sure. That's kind of our must-do event. We're still really shooting for doing a forest rally though as well. But yeah, so when we had that issue, we were coming up out of the big skid pad, went up the hill. The hill kind of banks to the right. We went in, did that same, well, it's called a crest, but I think took it as a jump 2 times before that, and it was fine before that. We just went a little bit faster than the previous time, and the car flies really well now, very, very level, and we flew probably, I don't know, maybe at least 15 feet further than we did the time before that. So when we landed, we kind of landed on the outside of the road, and the way the car was going, it was kind of heading straight towards this berm. Just didn't have quite enough time to get the car kind of back in shape and on the road before we clipped it. So when we hit it, the car flipped up, rolled over, and unfortunately it really took a good hit on this side. So it pushed the shock tower in, the frame rail and everything else down. The main cage looks all right, but the bars going, that we have tied into the shock towers there got tweaked in, and we pretty much hit every single panel in the car except for somehow the roof. I don't really know how we missed that one, but the chassis is definitely tweaked. So we figured that instead of trying to straighten this one out, we just don't really have the tools or inclination to do that. We're better at just caging cars and stripping them down, so we're going to start fresh. So we have our latest victim here, number 3. I'm so sorry. So this is a 96 BMW 318 Ti. We picked that up, I think less than 24 hours after we got home last weekend. Started stripping it down. We finally got it down to pretty much where it's ready to cage. Probably by tomorrow, I think. So we'll have hopefully the main hoop and a few of the other bars kind of getting, set into place there. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do. It sucked that we rolled it, especially the first event, and the fact that we've been out of the car. I've been out of the car for 2 years now, but it is what it is. Otherwise the car was just awesome. I mean, it felt like it was like we finally got like a really solid build. So we were super excited about that. And I think, fortunately, most of the expensive pieces are there and they seem like they're intact. So I think a lot of this is just going to be a straight swap over once we get the cage and everything else put into place. So gotta get some new safety gear, so we'll probably be going down to HMS in a few weeks to get that. But yeah, no, the car was just amazing, absolutely amazing. The power delivery was there. The guys at Ace did an awesome job tuning the car. It feels like a real professional build once it's at that point. Just when you're in the car hooks up. The Rigers and the Yokohama tires that we're running now are it feels like it's on rails until we need it to rotate, and then as soon as you hit the gas, the car will rotate, and then you just hook right up and go. It's pretty awesome. It's completely different than the 110 horsepower car that I'm used to riding in. So I think for me in the right seat, I felt a lot more confident that when we're coming through these turns and we're moving pretty good there, that we'll be able to get ourselves through the turns. And before, when you're in that lower power car, if you're coming in pretty hot and you're a little out of shape and you can't get that car around, you feel like you're just basically going to understeer off the road. So that was always kind of like, I always felt like a little, little tense up, I guess, sometimes when we were going through some of those turns at previous events. But really didn't get that feeling at all this weekend, other than that one time there. But yeah, no, I think we'll be hopefully in pretty good shape within a few weeks. It was a setback, but it's that's kind of part of rally, especially when we're trying to kind of push ourselves a little bit and see what the car can actually do. I think obviously we want to wreck a sprint either, but at least there's a lot more people around, and Adam and I are both fine. We were it was no worse than going to the gym the day after. So but it obviously is not something that we were looking forward to do. So. But yeah, basically we'll get this car cleaned up and I'll keep you guys posted over the next few weeks. I think hopefully we'll be able to get a logbook in a few weeks and kind of get ourselves right back on track. So we'll keep you posted. So stay tuned for more updates and enjoy the videos.